They outscored Vegas 25-10. That's not a typo. 25-10. Indiana shot a jaw-dropping 82% from the field, while Vegas clanked their way to just 24%. The Fever went 6 for 6 in the paint. The Aces? A pitiful 3 of 13. By halftime, it was 46-24, and let's be honest, game over. And that controversial jump ball? It came right when Vegas needed a miracle to claw back. The refs essentially tossed them a bone, handing them a possession they didn't earn and offering a chance to change the flow.
We've been preaching this all season, being very disciplined and intentional with our actions. On both ends of the floor, we're doing that. And it's a high level.
She was aggravated by the refs already. And in the fourth quarter, 5:35 left, Stephanie White lost her shit on the sideline. She lost her shit. And let me just play this right here. Roll it.
Lost that lead late.
And she gonna, you see her.
See on Caitlin
You
Clark.
see her just losing it up here. Losing it. And she got teed up right there.
On the sideline.
And Caitlin Clark loved it.
Now, speaking of the supporting cast that was supposed to help out, can we take a minute to highlight Chelsea Gray? Because this is the same Chelsea Gray that some folks out there swear is somehow better than Caitlin Clark. Well, the box score tells a different, less flattering story. Gray wrapped up her night with 2 measly points on 1 of 3 shoots.
And, especially we're playing without one of our best players. So to do that in those circumstances, we're really just proud of ourselves.
The Las Vegas Aces, the self-proclaimed unstoppable dynasty of the WNBA, just got humbled in front of the entire basketball world. A 27-point thrashing? Check. A'ja Wilson getting every friendly whistle imaginable and still failing spectacularly? Big check. Chelsea Gray, who some folks absurdly insist is better than Caitlin Clark, vanishing when it mattered most? The biggest check of all. While A'ja was busy yanking players down from behind and somehow escaping fouls, there was a squad in Indianapolis ready to give her a masterclass on what genuine, team-first, high IQ.
You can see 24 points in the first half for the Aces. I mean, seriously, for the Aces. Points in the paint, 38-20. I mean, it was a dominant win by the Indiana Fever.
And speaking of winning, the Fever's performance without their franchise star was a basketball symphony. Kelsey Mitchell went off, dropping 25 points to go along with 6 dimes. Aaliyah Boston was an absolute force, adding 20 points and 7 boards, showing why she's one of the most polished bigs in the league. Natasha Howard? She played like she was on a personal mission to humble the Aces, posting 11 points and 10 rebounds and grabbing the Commissioner's Cup MVP for her efforts. This was the definition of balanced offense, unselfish play, and big-time execution. The so-called best player in the world dropped 29 points that couldn't change the one stat that mattered, a final scoreboard that read Indiana 81, Las Vegas 54. That's the ultimate humiliation. Wilson's gaudy numbers were basically just expensive wallpaper on a crumbling house. The Indiana Fever sent a seismic message with this game. They're not afraid of names on the back of jerseys, not intimidated by MVP resumes, and certainly not going to wilt under the bright lights or from suspect officiating. They've got legitimate chemistry, real fight, and the kind of collective belief that championship teams are forged from.
DC gang! Fever gang! Down goes the punk-ass Las Vegas Aces, everybody! Kelsey Mitchell, the road runner, out there dropping daggers with a...
Capitalize. They put their foot on the gas and never let up. They didn't squeak by with a feel-good upset. They demolished Vegas in a way that screamed, "We're built for this moment, and you're not."
Team win, folks. Team win. And you notice the team win, like I said, 24 assists on 31 shots. 24 assists on 31 shots. The Indiana Fever hold the Las Vegas Aces to 26% from the field. 26%. This was a Fever defense smothering. The Aces weren't just missing shots. The Fever defense was all over the place. Defensively, we were all over the place. Neither team could hit a 3, except for Kelsey Mitchell. Money Mitch can hit the 3.
And let's circle back to A'ja Wilson for a second. Sure, she got all the help in the world. Ask anyone who's watched even a single AAU game, and they'll tell you that's an over-the-back foul Indiana ball. Play on. Case closed. But the refs? Oh, they decided to rewrite the rulebook on live TV. Somehow, against all logic, they called it a jump ball. Like Wilson was equally entitled to that rebound after bulldozing Hull from behind.
But this was a big win for the Fever because the Aces were the only team that they had not won at least one game to last season, meaning the Aces swept the Fever last season. They actually haven't won a game against the Aces in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark. This team is crazy. They are beating the #1 team in the league first, and then they go and beat the Aces, who they haven't won to in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark, which is just a testament to how this team is finally developing a rhythm.
Even the broadcast crew couldn't hide their shock. Their commentary wavered between stunned silence and awkward chuckles as they struggled to process what was unfolding. The contact was obvious. The violation couldn't be clearer. Yet somehow these officials decided to neutralize it in a way that outright rewarded the player who committed the foul.
It's a foul. It's a third.
Lexie Hull tremendously and this
Momentum. They shrugged it off, tightened their laces, and proceeded to absolutely dismantle the Aces so completely that every questionable call faded into complete irrelevance. Let's break down exactly how Indiana turned what could have been a momentum swing for Vegas into a one-sided showcase of beautiful basketball.
I think everyone's coming in with a level of focus every day, just right now knowing that, we do have a target on our backs and making sure that we're locked in on everything we're doing in practice. But I think we're taking that energy that we have, that fun, that lightheartedness into practice, because at the end of the day, this is a game. We want to have fun, and I think we play our best basketball when we're playing free and having fun and being joyful and playing together.
From the opening quarter, Indiana was in full attack mode. They rattled off the first 6 points and just kept punching. By the end of one, they were up 21-14. Already, it meant absolutely nothing. The Fever were calmly dismantling every so-called adjustment the Aces tried to throw at them. They moved the ball with crisp passes, turned defense into transition gold, and executed their sets like a seasoned playoff squad. Meanwhile, Asia's buckets felt like empty calories, flashy on the sheet, but her team was still down by nearly 30 when the final horn sounded.
Guys, when did Indiana Fever turn into the best defensive team in the NBA? When? After that celebration from the Commissioner's Cup, we all thought they were going to come out here a little bit hangover. Their defensive prowess has gone up 100%. In the first half, we have Aces down 22 points. We have only beaten Las Vegas.
You could feel this game slipping away from Vegas. Indiana shot nearly 53%, held the Aces to under 29%, and manhandled them 16-4 in paint points. Right there, it was clear this wasn't going to be the Aces' crowning night.
Indiana has not beaten Las Vegas since the 2019 season. It's a power. The Commissioner's Cup MVP has us on the ball. Here is Boston right up the middle, untouched.
Drive, gives it to the roller, Howard, and she scores from the middle of the paint. Timeout, Becky Hammond.
couple of Gamecocks going head-to-head. There's some physicality right there. We're really disciplined to the details, and we're playing with a high effort.
But it was in the second quarter that the Fever went for the jugular. 26% shooting. That's their worst offensive showing all season long. They forced a ridiculous 17 turnovers, controlled the paint with a 28-10 advantage in the first half alone, and played defense so connected it seemed like they shared a single brain. Every switch was sharp. Every help rotation was on time. It was team basketball clinic stuff.
The Aces tried to put a little run together to start the third quarter, and Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull shut that shit down. They shut it down by hitting some big shots. All right. That steal led to the only 2 points that Sophie Cunningham had. But it was big. So right here, let's start Aaliyah Boston right here. That's Sydney Colson. to Boston. She going to drive into the lane.
46-24.
For the Fever, it was one of those dreaded moments. Oh boy, here we go again. You could almost sense that quiet frustration. Lexie Hull did everything right, textbook fundamental basketball, and still didn't get rewarded. Those are the kinds of moments that rattle young teams, especially when you're playing a decorated opponent like the Aces.
Wilson crossing over. Wilson hangs. Wilson finishes.
Oh boy, here she comes.
See, Hull, a much-needed answer for Indiana.
See, after the miss, Hull on the floor again, finds Mitchell, right corner for three. Good! It's Mitchell the other way for two. 57-38 Fever with 3:35 left.
Oxygen. Down big, searching for any spark, suddenly they got handed a 50-50 ball that was anything but. And for a fleeting second, it looked like maybe, just maybe, the officiating might start propping up the defending champs.
Absolutely frustrated.
Hull catch and shoot. Connects.
In from the foul line, front of the rim, and it drops. Short rebound Fever. Mitchell, right wing, open for three. Money!
By holding the Aces to 26% shooting, it's the lowest a Fever opponent has shot in 15 years.
But Indiana wasn't having it. The lead swelled to 68-47 heading into the fourth. And that final quarter? It was an outright humiliation. The Aces managed just 7. Yes, final score almost flatters Las Vegas. The reality was Indiana took them apart piece by piece.
Yes, let's get a dub column.
Great job. We held them to 26% from the floor. Nice. 1, 2, 3.
And we have to linger for a second on A'ja Wilson's so-called big game. Sure, she dropped 29 points on 9 of 18 shooting and feasted at the line, going 11 of 13. On paper, that's superstar stuff. Until you realize she shot nearly as many free throws as the entire Indiana roster combined. The whistles were so friendly they might as well have come gift-wrapped. Yet with all that charity from the refs, the supposed best player in the world finished a whopping 27 points in the hole.
A'ja Wilson, she got a favorable whistle in the second half, but it is what it is. Superstars get the whistle. Unless your name is, 29 points for A'ja Wilson, 3 boards, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 9 for 18 from the field goal, from the field, 11 for 13 from the free throw line. Look at the rest of her team. 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 6 points, 0 points, 4 points, 2 points, 3 points. Dana Evans, 1 for 10, Dana Evans. Oh my goodness.
Just pause and soak that up. The league's crown jewel put up a glitzy stat line, and it meant absolutely nothing. Because the rest of the Aces looked completely lost, Chelsea Gray ghosted the entire game, and the Indiana Fever played like a squad on a mission to torch the dynasty narrative for good. And through it all, Caitlin Clark, Lexie Hull, and the Fever weren't just executing a game plan. They were rewriting the power structure of the league on live television.